really care. I saw a blind person cross the street this morning. This is true, on my way here, and they looked both ways before crossing the street, and that made me very suspicious. It's true. They really went before crossing the street. I made an appointment for my gynecologist the other day, and they were pretty confused when I showed up. Last time I went to my therapist, I asked my therapist, I was like, how does it work for you guys? Do you, are you your own therapist? Do you go to another therapist? Right? Like, how does therapy work for you as a therapist? And he told me he doesn't believe in therapy, and that's the last time I've gone. Kind of made me upset. My friend said that when he has sex on his bed, his dog is at the foot of the bed, right? So every time he has sex, he looks over at his dog, and he says that it's messing with his life because now he's associating sex with his dog, right? Every time he thinks about sex, he thinks about his dog. Every time he thinks of his dog, he thinks about sex. And he burdened this on me. And it was cool, it was fine. I was like, look, man, I don't know what to do about it. But that story has kind of racked in my brain, you know, to the point where now every time I think about sex, I think about dogs. Every time I think about dogs, I think about sex. I mean, the other day I walked into my dog licking its own asshole and I blushed. I mean, doggy style has become completely impossible for me. Dogs have 2 bladders, I'm convinced. There's one for normal pissing, and there's one that's marked for territorial purposes only. That's okay. I'm kind of messed up. I like to think that my emotions are like that boat in carnival rides, where it's like a boat that goes like this. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Right, everybody knows what I'm talking about, right? So it's like I'm over here, and then, ah! And now I'm sad. And then it goes back and forth. And my therapist, of all people, prescribed me for that. They prescribed me 0.5 gram a day of cocaine, and that hasn't helped. It's just turned the boat upside down. Right? Yeah, I hate cheese.
What?
Yeah, no, I hate cheese, man. I hate cheese. It's not the texture. It's not the flavor. I specifically hate Kraft singles. It's just because a Kraft single killed and murdered my whole family when I was younger. Womp womp. They say sex sells. Hopefully not at orphanages. Don't groan. It's okay. It's just a joke. Yeah, speaking of sex, my first time having sex, it was interesting. I was like a freshman in high school, and it was, she was religious, right? So she was very religious. She had a purity ring, and what that meant for her is that everything was okay except normal sex. So we had, you know, she was like, everything's okay but normal sex, so we have to do anal. Right, because she was religious, which is fine. I just don't understand why she had to peg me. Shit. I'm fluent in Spanish. I know it doesn't seem like as. I'm Argentinian. I am fluent in Spanish. It's my first language. And I had a friend tell me, it's like, well, dude, that must help you picking up women. You know what I mean? Like so many women must be attracted to you because you speak Spanish. The only advantage I've had from speaking Spanish is that I'm able to communicate with about 70% of the dishwashers I've worked with. That's okay. There's a 10,000 hour rule in terms of being good at something. Some people say that if you do something for 10,000 hours, you become like an expert or a master at that. I think that applies to everything except peeing. And what I mean by that is that there hasn't been a time in my memory that I've peed without scattering piss on the rim of the bowl. I think it's very hard to piss a hole in one. Woof.